Today, it's all about the grandparents since my parents are here, and you gotta love them. But funny how they change once they have grandkids.
Why is he not in bed?
We took her out for coffee.
I like coffee now!
Here's the deal. Just little pieces, and you don't tell Mommy about the movie, and I don't tell her about the cake.
You gave them cake?
Let's see if Granddad has any money for these wonderful children. This is the same man who, when I was his child, I would ask him for 50 cents. This man would tell me his life story.
Oh, so true. I'm going to put you guys on the spot. And it's true, Mom. You drive me crazy. You want to spend and buy and give them everything. And I say, no, they have to learn how to earn their money and understand that everything is not spoon-fed to them.
And Pop and I told you Bill Cosby's story about how he had to go to school uphill both ways. Yeah, we did do that. But grandparenting is a whole different thing. And, you know, I know that you think we're too lenient, but that's what grandparents do.
Yeah, but, you know, Pop, you were always very disciplined with me, and you know that my kids need to be disciplined, so why do you guys just kind of let them go nuts when I say it's bedtime, and I still hear them up there, Grandma, Grandpa, running around upstairs. I'm like, it's 9 o'clock, what the heck?
I learned something modern. What happens in grandfather's house stays in grandfather's house.
So great. So unfair. All right, Mara, I'm bringing in your mom, Arlene, okay? Arlene, you know, do you treat Charlie differently than Mara may treat Charlie differently? Do you guys argue about anything?
Absolutely, I treat him differently. Not very often, and I come and I sprinkle fairy dust and I do whatever I want. And that's what grandparents are supposed to do.
Well, and you know, it's funny.
I do that with all my grandchildren.
We try to ration out all the toys that are brought when Arlene shows up. You know, because you don't want to give it all at once, because then he's just going to expect something every time he gets so excited for Grandma to come because he knows the suitcase opens and there are things for him. But don't you turn it around? Does Kira ever apologize to you guys for what she may have done to you when she was a teenager? Because that's what I'm doing to my mom. I'm like, Mom, I'm so sorry. How'd you put up with me?
Listen to this, Kira. Listen to the smart lady.
Oh, but I was so perfect. What are you talking about?
Right.
I never rebelled.
So you never had any mood swings when you were a teenager.
Shall we talk about that in another segment? We could do a whole segment on that, couldn't we?
I'm sure Arlene could, too.
I just repressed that.
Oh.
I just focus on the good times.
Yeah, there we go. Smart man.
A lot of good times.
You know, it's true. I mean, you guys, you know, I have to give my kids a timeout. Mom, you constantly tell me timeouts don't work. Yes, they do. And you see how kids respond. They need to be in order.
Well, you know, I don't constantly tell you that. I told you that the first time I saw it, and then I figured, okay, that's your choice. You're going to do it. I can't, you know, they're not my children. They're my grandchildren. But I must say that timeouts will not happen at Grandma's house. We'll do something else.
See, this is what drives me nuts, Mara.
We will redirect their behavior.
Well, you know what's interesting is that I always go to my mom for advice on certain things. Because, you know, look, she's been through it. Arlene has been through it 3 times. So I feel like we all turned out all right. You know, there have been times where, you know, I may not agree, but I try and roll with it.
So, did your grandparents do it differently? Tweet us at KiraHLN or on Facebook.com/RaisingAmerica.